Hi, I'm Dr. Juliet Tablack. I'm a chiropractor and a certified Pilates instructor. This is my kitty Pepper, and you might see another one wandering around, Tiger. I thought I would put together today just a little series that I do when I'm having sort of a stiff back, or I've been sitting a lot, or just not really moving my spine in all directions. It's a great little series just to get your spine moving in all directions, get connected to the core muscles of your body. You can even use it like as a warm-up for your workouts, or just something to do maybe in the middle of the day or at the end of the day, or even in the morning when you wake up. Just a little spinal movement. So I'm going to go through each exercise. I'll give a little explanation. I'll do the exercises. So the first exercise I'm going to do is the pelvic clock. This is a Pilates fundamental exercise. So you want to picture the front of your pelvis like the face of a clock. So your belly button is 12 o'clock. Your pubic bone is 6 o'clock, and your two front hip bones are 3 and 9 o'clock. So it's like you're looking at a clock, or you can picture it on your pelvis as well. So we're going to go just through some normal pelvic movement. Hopefully Pepper will move out of the way. So from here, we're going to start by just going between the 12 and 6 o'clock points. So you're just going to tip your pelvis backwards and forwards. Backwards and forward. So you're rolling your pelvic bones up and over your leg bones, or the femur heads. And then we'll come back to neutral, and we'll go between our 3 and 9 o'clock points. So you're going to rotate your pelvis up and over your leg bones. With this exercise, you really want to try to keep your legs really heavy so that there's not a big sway side to side, but really articulating the hip joints. One of the purposes of this exercise is to work on articulation between your leg and your pelvis. So side to side. From there, you're going to go all the way around your clock a few times in one direction. So you're going to start at your 12 o'clock point, go to your 3, 6, 9, and back up to 12. So going all the way around your clock a few times in one direction. And then try the reverse direction. Sometimes it's a little more challenging to go in one direction. You might notice a difference for yourself, or it might feel balanced, which is completely fine too. Going in both directions, all the way around the clock. Then coming back to neutral, or the natural curve of your lower back, we're going to do a little bridging through the spine. So articulating through our spinal joints using our abdomen. So you're going to start by going through your 12 o'clock point of your pelvic clock. Then articulate all the way up to your shoulder blades, keeping your whole abdominal wall really active. And then articulate back down using your abdomen to lay your spine down, one vertebra at a time. And again, articulating up. You can even make sure your glutes are turned on also, so the back of your body is supported, and that our upper abdominal muscles aren't letting go, but that they're active. So we feel like we're in one straight line, articulating all the way down. And one more time. Bridging up, using the abdominal muscles to articulate back down. So from here, you're going to bring your hands underneath your pelvis like you're sitting on your hands. And turn your core muscles on. So turn your glutes on and draw your low belly muscles towards your back. From here, you're going to bring one knee to tabletop. Then bring that foot all the way back down to the mat and switch legs without feeling any pressure change in your hands. So we're working towards pelvic stability here, right? So what pelvic instability might look like is if you lift one leg and your pelvis tilts to one side. So you're really working towards having a nice, stable pelvis. And then we'll add on to our bridge with that principle in mind. So you're going to articulate up through the spine doing your bridge. Keeping your pelvis nice and stable, extend one leg out, even with the other leg, and then bring the foot down and switch legs. Bring that foot down and switch. So we're really working towards stabilizing the pelvis and articulating back down through the spine. And again, articulating up using your abdominal muscles. Extend one leg out and switch legs. One more time each side. and articulating back down through the spine. Nice and simple. So from here, you're going to come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to do an exercise called cat-cow, and this is about flexing and extending the spine. So just moving your spine in flexion and extension, but keeping your abdominal muscles nice and active as you do it. You're going to be on your hands and knees. And from here, you're going to flex your spine by drawing your abdominal muscles in. So round your spine. You can let your head be heavy. And then we're going to extend the spine, taking the tailbone and the crown of the head away from each other, but keep your abdominal muscles turned on. And again, rounding your lower back. So draw your belly muscles up towards your spine without displacing your shoulders. So we don't want to have our shoulders come out of the sockets. Keep the shoulders in the sockets and use your abdominal muscles to flex your spine. Then extend your spine. Keeping your abdomen turned on. We'll come back to neutral, and we're going to do an exercise called tail wag. So the purpose of this is we're going to articulate our femur bone, our leg bone, in the hip joint, so through internal and external rotation, and we're going to side bend or laterally flex our spine. So this exercise, you're going to pick one leg up, or one foot up, and it's like it's your tail. We're still going to draw our belly muscles up towards our back, so we're using our core muscles as well. So you're going to cross your foot over your body, side bend your spine, and look for your foot. And then we'll go in the other direction. Cross your foot the other way, side bend your spine, and look for your foot. And go one more time, each direction. And then we'll switch sides. So bringing your other foot up as if it's your tail, little tail wag. And we'll side bend our spine, look for our foot. Side bend your spine the other direction. So still working towards keeping all of your core muscles turned on. So your glutes are toned and your lower abdominal muscles are drawing towards your spine. Okay, and then rest. So the next one will be opposite arm and leg reach. And in opposite arm and leg reach, we're working towards keeping our low back exactly the same shape as we reach our arm and leg away from each other. So we'll start with turning our glutes and high hamstrings on. So where your leg and your butt meet. And you want to lift your leg from right here. So these muscles here. Yeah. And just do that a couple of times. Working towards keeping the back the same shape. So if you lift your leg and your back looks like that, then that usually means our abdominal muscles are turned off and we're compressing this part of our spine. We want to keep it nice and long. Yeah, and then we'll do our opposite arm and leg reach. So reaching that same leg and arm away from each other without changing the shape of the spine. Then just bring the arm and leg back down. And do that 3 times on each side. Keeping your spine the same shape. So we're challenging our trunk stability, our torso, and our pelvic stability as well. And we'll try the other side. So you start with your leg, turn your glutes and high hamstrings on, lift the leg without changing the shape of the spine. Do that 2 times or 3 times. And then you can bring your knee down. Do opposite arm and leg reach. So keeping your spine the same shape. Then bring the arm and leg back down. Reaching the arm and leg away, keeping your core muscles turned on. One more time like that. And down. Good. So to finish the little spinal series, I usually do some thoracic rotation, meaning the part of our spine that's attached to our ribs. We want to rotate our spine also. So for this one, this is called telescope. This is a Pilates fundamental exercise. I'll lay on my side. And from here, you want to make sure your knees stay stacked. So the tendency will be to have the hip bone move back. You want to keep your knees stacked. Move my whole body in the frame so you can see me here. So from here, you're going to bend your top elbow, rotate your spine open, And then bend the elbow and reach forward. So working towards having your knees stay stacked and that the shoulder is not, way back here, that your arm is just moving as much as your spine moves. And if this feels uncomfortable on your neck, you can prop it up with a pillow also. Rotating the spine. So still working towards keeping your core muscles turned on, your abdominal muscles, your glutes, and really get a sense that even your pelvic floor muscles are lifting up. We'll do the other side to finish. So again, just laying on your side, knees stacked. You're going to bend your top elbow, rotate your spine, reaching the arm, open. Really think this is more about rotating the spine than stretching the shoulder. So really get a nice rotation in the spine. Yeah, and that's it. So that's my simple little move your spine in all directions series when I'm having a day where I'm just maybe sitting too much or my spine feels a little tight, or I just want to be a little bit more aware in my body and get my spine moving well. Again, I'm Dr. Juliette Tablack, chiropractor and certified Pilates instructor.